David, let's bring in John Pluger, who is the CEO of Air Lease Corp, one of the largest aircraft leasing companies in the world. And you're coming off a third quarter earnings. We'll talk about that in just a little bit, John. But first, give me some perspective in terms of what you're hearing back from airline CEOs over the next 6 months. How rough is it going to be before they hope to see some improvement as a vaccine potentially gets out there?
Yeah. Well, certainly most airline CEO customers of ours are relating a difficult picture for the next 6 months. Having said that, the domestic recovery in many, many areas is looming strong, from China to Russia, even recently in Brazil, Mexico. In the United States, a couple of CEOs have told us in the past week that the Christmas bookings, again for domestic travel, the holiday season travel, seems to be up. But certainly over the next couple of quarters, despite the great news on the vaccine yesterday, which I think has bolstered a lot of confidence on the airline side and hopefully the consumer side, they see it as a difficult next couple of quarters. You know, typically for airlines in the Northern Hemisphere, the winter season is a lower season for traffic anyway. So we're going to watch very carefully, but it still looks pretty challenging for the next couple of quarters.
John, you posted third quarter earnings of $1.02 per share, down almost 24%. But when you look at your order book and your customers, nearly all of your customers have asked for some form of a rent deferral or a rent payment being put off. When does that bottom out? When do you have your customers, in your opinion, saying, okay, we're ready to make our payments? Does that happen 6 months from now, a year from now? When do you see that happening?
Well, actually, we think it's bottomed out several months ago. You know, there's been no increase in the percentage of our customers, about 58, 59% that have asked for a deferral. And in fact, in the deferrals that we have granted to date, about 30% have now been repaid. So the rate of repayments far exceeds the rate of increased deferral request or further deferral requests. So far, looking today, the peak of those deferral requests was a couple of months behind us.
We are going to be hearing from the FAA likely in the next couple of weeks, ungrounding the 737 MAX. That is the expectation.
Yes.
When you talk with Boeing, when you look at the airplanes that you have in your order book, are you ready to say, okay, let's start bringing in some more MAXs here? Or do you look at this and say, it's a challenging environment, and my customers, they're not clamoring for this plane yet?
Yeah. Well, actually, we are ready to take the MAXs. We do have great confidence that the airplane has gone through very rigorous analysis and scrutiny. So we're ready to move forward, and so are many of our customers. So, you know, we said in our call yesterday, we think we're going to take the first delivery of a MAX to our customer probably sometime in early January next quarter. But we're ready. And I think that the confidence level in the airplane is really significantly higher. And so our customers for the MAXs, by and large, are ready to take them.
John, how much of a discount, if somebody wanted to go out right now to either Boeing or Airbus and they say, look, I'm interested in placing an order for new aircraft. Obviously, these never sell at the list price for either of these manufacturers. Right. But how much of a discount relative to, historically speaking, are you able to get right now on a new aircraft if you place a large order?
Well, Phil, we don't disclose that information, but let's just say that we've been doing this for a long time. We've been buying and selling airplanes, leasing them for decades. So we're happy with our pricing levels. Probably would not be fair for me to say, you know, how much of a discount I'm getting. Let's just say that and everything that we have going forward, we're very happy with our pricing level. We've been in cooperative discussions both with Boeing and with Airbus in campaigns, even during this pandemic. So we're happy with our pricing where it sits.
Last question, John. What area of the world right now, in terms of air travel, worries you the most?
Well, certainly Europe right now, with the resurgence of the COVID virus, looks like that traffic is going to be tempering. So very, very close and watchful eye on Europe. Other areas, as I mentioned at the beginning of this interview, China, and even now parts of South America, including Mexico, Brazil, even the United States is recovering. But we need to watch the resurgence because the travel restrictions, country to country, remain the single biggest impediment to recovery today.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.